Well, hello and welcome to this jovial music and the Gage look. So guys, we're going to do something a little bit different today, and I want to give you fair warning. King of Dragon Pass is an older game, without question. It is from 1999. I am playing this on the Utamic platform, which makes it nice and easy to play on this. Now, this, and a fair warning again, this is going to be a role-playing game, and I don't mean like many things. I am going to roleplay this game to a certain extent. I'm never particularly extreme, but this game is very, very unique, and I think we'll just get into it. Now, I have never played this, but I remember watching a video on this about 8 years ago, so let us give it a go. Okay, now the audio for me is very loud, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn down my recording audio a little bit, and it won't be so loud for you. Hopefully I can turn down the audio for me later. Okay, so we're just going to get into it, guys. We're not going to do a tutorial. We're just going to start role playing. Now, I believe you have to start by making your own clan. So let me read this to you. There was once a time when gods and people walked the earth together. Your clan traces its ancestry back to those times. Your clan history begins when you join forces of the storm god Orlanth. Back then, Orlanth was simply one of the many upstart rebellious gods bent upon the conquest of the world. Orlanth's unique contributions at the time were personal honour and a close kinship to the other deities, who seemed to be on the winning side. There are no right or wrong answers. So we're forming our clan here. After many tribulations, adventures and discoveries, Orlanth proved himself worthy of marrying Ernalda, the Earth Mother. The two formed the marriage ring and created a great harmony in the world through this sacred bond. Your clan took part in the wedding ceremony. Most clans either whooped with Orlanth or learned a secret from Ernalda. A few clans stood with Elmar, god of horses, as an honour guard. How did you prepare for the great marriage? Okay, so how did we prepare? Your men and women donned gleaming armour and stood guard with Elmal to protect the celebrants from Orlanth's many enemies. Okay. Your men whooped with Orlanth and drank the 8 known drinks so that your heads would hurt during the ceremony. Your women withdrew with Ernalda and learned a list of names which they promised not to repeat to the men. I think we'll go for the first one. Stood guard with Elmal. Elmal is the god of the horses and sun. Yeah, I like that. Each early event starts your clan with knowledge. Okay, so what do our gods bless us with here, folks? Orlanth's struggle to remake the world was just beginning, and many other gods joined in. Orlanth fought Yelm, the Bright Emperor, and undertook many wars of conquest. Others, more peaceful deeds, were just as important. Your earliest famous event was... Okay. The healing of Orlanth, when the merciful goddess Charlana Aroi joined Orlanth's tribe. The 100-day hunt, when Orlanth and his son, Odila, tracked the sky bear. Jested settlements, where Orlanth and Isiris, the talking gods, outwitted foreign deities in a difficult negotiation. The procession of animals, where Ulada, the cow mother, led the sacred herds. When Barntarn, son of Orlanth and Ernalda, learned of harnessing oxen to plough. When Lakmar, the knowing god, learned how to use the marking bone, which could make signs of power upon anything. When Pella, the pottery goddess, made the first pot to store grain in. When Roytina, lady of the dance, first did the clan-making dance. Okay. I kind of like the plough one, but it depends which way we're gonna go for the power one. If you decide that your ancestors took the Nalda bin as thralls, they see nothing wrong with the practice. Otherwise, they dislike, oh, we're not a fan of slavery, our tribe. Orlanth succeeded in remaking the world. Thus began the golden era called the Storm Age. Orlanth's son, Vigkont, was a famous warlord during the time. Most people in the area were his followers. He introduced new principles, such as the rule of hospitality, which said that after you invited people into your steads, you could not attack or harm them. Thus was such treachery banished from Orlanthi society. Many who would not have survived agreed to his new ways in order to gain his protection. He was a great organiser and helped the many scattered people form into new clans and tribes. Your clan was one of those aided by King Vingott, and you proved yourselves robust and capable of survival. Vingott placed the remnant people under your protection. They were the Nalda Bin, or stick farmers, You had a choice whether to make them into thralls or adopt them as members of your clan. I'm not making people into slaves. Adopted family. The foes of Vincotlands were many, and your people fought hard against them. Which one in particular did you fight? Oh. I think we're going to fight the Beastmen. Ukargra, King of Basmoli Beastmen. The storm age ended in disaster when the gods and the creatures of chaos came and destroyed nearly everything. Orlanth and his allies fought hard, but chaos almost always won. Many gods died, and new ones rose to prominence. Many people died too. Catastrophes shook the world. The sunfall, the rain of blood, and the terrible laughing tsunami. The darkness got so bad that even Orlanth and his companions had to abandon humans to their own destiny. Only a few deities, either small ones or weak ones, remained. The world stagnated and died. Your clan was diminished to a ragged handful of hardy survivors. Oh no. War clans can devote more clan magic towards war, and more of farmers can muster to fight. Peace clans can devote more clan managed. Hirt, the king was a leader who emerged amid the turmoil of darkness. The efforts of Hirt and his companions helped set the world in order again. He created the laws that we follow to this day. One of the great distinctions which Hirt discerned among his clans was that some of them tended towards either peace or war, while others maintained a balance between the two principles. Which kind of clan was yours? I think we'll go for balanced. I am more feeling war, but let's go for balanced. You'll begin with a shrine to a deity you first awakened to. As always, different choices change the game slightly, but none is best. Okay. Finally, the sun rose again, while the rest of society worked to protect themselves, find food, or otherwise just survive. The first priests worked to establish links with the ancient deities. With a new harmony between people and deities, the world has slowly improved. One of the awakening processes has begun. It got easier and went quicker as the gods woke each other too. Who was the first deity which your clan helped to awaken? I think I like the knowing god. I like the idea of magic. Things have been different since the dawn, 1300 years ago. Orlanth and the other gods have retreated from the world, leaving it to mortals. You can still contact them for your ritual and sacrifice, or enter their realm by reenacting stories about their deeds, which contain great magic. But they no longer walk beside you. When you settled in a new place, you marked this great change in the world by naming your land not after a god, but after a mortal like yourself. You called it Hjortland, in honour of the king who taught you how to survive during the darkness. About 600 years ago, a dragon approached you, either its own form or that of a human with a dragon's soul inside it. The dragon had always been hostile, or at the very best utterly uncaring. Orlanth was always the dragon slayer. You had to choose whether to believe it and cooperate and learn to do what the dragon knows, or whether to maintain neutrality. What was your attitude towards the dragons? I think we'll go neutral again. We're going to be quite down the middle. Most of the dragon people who suggested the dragons moved to Dragon Pass, a land to the north of your home. You stayed in Hjortland, and it's a good thing too. For a little over 200 years ago, the dragons rose up and ate everyone who lived in Dragon Pass. They ate the Orlanthi along with all the other foolish human dragon friends. For a long time, no humans went to Dragon Pass, for they were sure that the dragons would eat them too. Traitorous dragon scum. Recent events made you think twice about the abandoned land of Dragon Pass. A generation ago, a usurper who called himself the Pharaoh came to Hjortland and started a civil war. Your clan broke into disputes, sometimes violent, about whether to support the Pharaoh. In the end, your group of dissidents decided it would be better to risk the danger of Dragon Pass than to stay and kill your own kin, the greatest sin an Orlanthi can commit. Those unable to live under the Pharaoh would move northward to Dragon Pass. People of similar beliefs from other clans had already made the same decision and settled there, so you made a new clan, just as your ancestors had done in the days of King Hjort. Larger borders are harder to guard, enemies will find it easier to elude your patrols. Your new clan, I can't actually read under this. Like the other Orlanthi refugees from Hjortland, you settled in Quinviniland, a mountainous area in the southeast of Dragon Pass. You would call these lands your home, or Tula. Tradition required you to make a formal land claim. How much did you claim? Well, let's go for the third largest. Lots more than we'd probably need. Stick with normal difficulty. Okay, we'll do clan name. We are going to be clan name... Oh, Gage. Your clan history. To prepare for the marriage of Elnada and Orlamf, your men and women stood guard with Emil. Your clan's earliest famous event was when Lankar Mai learned how to use making the bone. You added strangers to your clan as an adopted family. Your ancient enemy is Ukar Gra, king of Bazoli Beastmen. Yours was a balanced clan. You first awakened Lankar Mai, the knowing god. Your attitude towards dragons was neutral. You have lots more land than you will probably need. Okay, guys. That was quite long, but very interesting. I do love setting the scene. This game's from 1999, remember? Okay. Spend what we can on mysteries so we can sacrifice to understand and perform Orlam's blessings. So, sacred time is 2 weeks of magical ceremonies, which precede each new year. Here you allocate your clan's magic. Click on another advisor for his advice, or text to hide it. Click on the boxes to allocate a point to the clan. Clock's Herb War, and then click proceed. Okay. Our God Talkers forecast that the next harvest will be a good one. The Axel spirits have chased off the vermin spirits, and there should be a few rats this year. Okay. We made the dangerous trek to Dragon Pass, and claimed lots more land than we probably needed. We built a clan hall, some steads, and a shrine to Elmal. But when we left Hjortland, we lost much of our connection with the gods. Other clans we knew back in Hjortland also sent immigrants to Dragon Pass, so we already have friends and enemies. It's now time for the annual allocation of our clan magic. Lycan, spend what we can on mysteries so we can sacrifice and understand. Okay. We should do rituals for war trade. Okay. Our clan magic would be stronger if our chief was a devotee. So I've got 7. So we don't need anything on our crops. Oh. Yeah, let's... Let's be very, very reserved here. Okay, let's keep one in reserve. I don't really know what we're doing here, guys. We're new to this clan. We're new to the kingdom. But everyone's advising different things. So let's just see. We've 800 cows, 550 food, 765 people, 140 goods, 7 magic, and 10 weapon fiends. Okay. Our neighbours. Let's check on the neighbours in the menu at the left. Click relations. Ah, that's so cool. There's Gage. Relations with the other clans of the Dragon Pass are important to winning. It's generally better to be owed favours, but we'll ask someone for cattle. Slide the control at the top until favours due. I don't think I understand. Ah, okay, I understand. Favours due. Click Gorind. Click in the info balloon if you want to hide it. Click the emissary button to send an emissary. So we're going to ask for some cows from this clan. Okay, so he's excellent. Ask for cattle. The Orgoran clan will be more likely to respond favourably if we give them a few gifts. Adjust the goods slider to bring in 10 cows worth of goods. I don't understand. To Bring 10 cows. Okay, let's click. Sora, good seller. A trader priestess of the talking god, Saris, comes to trade. In addition to the usual exchange of goods, she asks if we have any white horses. Although we have some light grey horses, none can be truly called white. While the mission's on its way, this event requires our attention. The ring will advise you when you click somewhere the recommended actions highlight in blue. We have failed in our obligation to our guest, although we can't fulfill it. Nothing says we have to honour unreasonable requests. Apologise for not having one and throw her a feast, sure. Sora said the lack of White Horse reflected poorly on neither our generosity nor our hospitality, and the feast was proof of both. No problem at all, Sora. Okay. Their chief, Berntandas, is scarcely known for his generosity. There is no point in asking him for more than the customary amount. Cobrist arrives at the Goring clan. Choose a customary response of 20 cows. Okay, so he's not going to give us any more than 20. So let's just say 20 then, that's fine. Fantastic, thank you. Okay. Okay, God of War. Yeah. Let's build... Wow. Fantastic. Let's build it. Okay. I have. Choose some mud. Okay, so maybe I have to build it up another time. What's going on here, young man? Everyone is gossiping about what happened a few hours ago. The young woman, Ines Lara, was found out in the forest making love with Coral, a notorious poet and troublemaking warrior of Herring clan. Coral left without a formal farewell. Ines Lara is unmarried, so her actions are not an offence against the gods, but she is betrothed to Juratar, a young Thane of Ernalorderly clan, and the wedding is scheduled for next season. Oh. You just know she's going to be pregnant, right? I'm going to insist that Coral marry her. You mistake my intentions. I meant not to eat the whole cake, but merely to sample the dough. Oh, you nasty bugger. When our people heard this, they were outraged. Yes, let's raid them. I'm going to be aggressive. Who goes on the raid? Footmen, mostly farmers who are quite capable of fighting, weapon thanes, and women auxiliaries who heal. Okay. I'm going to send a lot. Okay, I think we're good. A marriage is likely any in the trouble. You must tell your trading partners. Okay, they're not giving me any new. We're going to raid, and we're going to attack, and we're asking for help. Okay. The Annolins said they have to sow their crops. We were spotted by the Heron patrols and our 10 weapon thanes. Okay. Yep. Let's put our magic. Let's sacrifice. Plunder. Yep. maneuver. That's fine. Let's do this, guys. Although the Hirani tried to hold us off with missile fire, we used the terrain to our advantage and fell on their flanks. There was an extended clash. We were driven off and had no opportunity to obtain booty. Oh no. The Hirani took 12 of our women auxiliaries captives. Our auxiliaries kept 4. Oh no. We were lamented at the lecherous Coral's clan. Some of our Carls muttered worry about crops for the upcoming year. So we lost some people there. Okay, we've got an enemy. The Hirani have sent an emissary to ransom back the 12 captives. They asked the traditional ram. Ugh. Pay them. God damn it. Yeah, we need to get more soldiers. Okay. Choose the maximum number. Yeah, we need to get stronger. We are going to take Coral Clan back, that is for sure. There's a lot of stuff going on here. Sword story. Oh. Okay, it'll open up into a Windows Explorer, so I will leave that into Google Chrome as well. Okay, let's see a look at our new home. So where is the Coral Clan? I can't actually see them. Maybe they're not called Coral, maybe they're called something else. We'll find you. Okay, explore. Let's go there. To exploration set to the north of your clan. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. Yeah, send. We were raided by horse nomads. Jesus. There are 153 of them, all mounted. The Green Winds warned us, and all 13 weapon frames met them, as well as 126 of the veered. Ah, Jesus. This is not good. Although the horse nomads tried to hold us off with missiles, we manoeuvred well and fell on their flanks. As our forces engage with the horse nomads, our lantern notices that a detachment of riders is trying to sneak completely around and get us from behind. What do we do? Make sure Varsans know about the threat. Varsans reacted quickly, sending a small group who drove off the horse nomads with loud claps of thunder. Fantastic. It was an extended clash. Their battle magic dealt us a mighty blow. We were driven from the battlefield, and the horse nomads made off with 20 horses. Ah, man. We lost a lot there. We are not doing well. Okay, so we need to go to Chaloni Arroy. Sacrifice. Where's the healing? Ah, yeah, okay. At least 15 goods. Oh, what? I think we've not started well here. Oh, Jesus. Okay. Let's the season go by. Eunice Lara, whose betrothal Jorafar of Thena was broken off after a seduction by Coral, the poet of the Hirani, the Hirani tribe, is now pregnant. Eunice Lara is very happy, but her kinfolk see her pregnancy as a reminder of her embarrassing. I'll just leave that to her kinfolk. Okay. Your explorers encounter a woman from Hjortland while mapping the north. Her name is Nalindia, and she is fleeing from our homeland. I slew an agent of the Pharaoh who sought to tell chosen Orlani chieftains how to interpret the laws of our people. Although my act was just and supported by the spirits of our ancestors, the leaders were too afraid of the Pharaoh to stand up for what is right. They outlawed me and sent pursuers to kill me. I think I have outdistanced my pursuers. but I'd be lying if I said I was sure of that. Explorers were moved by our words and brought her here. Yeah, I'm going to adopt her. Join me. I've lost too many soldiers not to take her. This year's harvest was a good one. However, because we raided during the sea season, we were short-handed and couldn't fully reap. Oh, God. So the suggestion we enlarge our shrine. I'm not so sure. Anyway, I think for our first episode, we will call it there. I do need to understand how I exit here without leaving. I'm not too sure how to save, but we will think about it. I am considering turning into a war clan if possible. Guys, I am really looking forward to interaction in this series. So let me know what sort of choices I should make, what sort of angle I should take, where I should go. And we'll hopefully see you for the next one. I do hope you've enjoyed this, and Clan Gage will rise once again. Thank you folks, and I'll see you again.